What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel, bringing you guys another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In this video, we're going to be taking another look at the surprise global first LD weapon for Vivi that is going to be coming out soon, that was announced at the Square Enix stream. Now before we go ahead and move forward with this video, I always want to remind you guys that if you enjoy what you see on this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, that way you guys are not missing out on future uploads. And if you guys find the content on this channel helpful, be sure to hit that like button as it does help me out, and also share this video with your friends and family that enjoy Opera Omnia. So the big bomb surprise was out. Vivi is going to be getting a very early LD weapon release. Upon the making of this video, he does not even have a hint of this on JP Opera Omnia yet. There's been no announcements on the JP side of the game about when this weapon is going to be coming out. So for Global to get this early, this is awesome, because what this does is it allows us to use some of these characters who are generally going to be sidelined later on in the Lufenia era, giving them a spotlight to be able to shine. And Vivi is going to be doing that with his LD weapon. So Vivi's primarily role, if you guys were not familiar with him, if you guys didn't, decide to use him from when he already got his EX weapon and things like that, he's a damage dealer. He's a damage dealer that is able to increase his stats with some really strong buffs, and he deals fire damage. That is his role. He is there to hit hard, and as the game moved forward, obviously, we've seen some really strong magic damage dealers, such as, for example, Strago, a very recent magic damage dealer who we recently got in Global Opera Omnia. Very, very powerful damage dealing unit in the magic side. So Vivi is going to fill that role. With his LD weapon, he definitely gets a massive upgrade, and right over here with the slide I'm going to be showing over here on the video, we have the details for his LD weapon. So upon fully max limit breaking this weapon, he has 3 uses. What this does is when he uses his ability, it will consume 30% of each party member's current HP, and then afterwards Vivi is going to be delivering a super powerful 4-hit Fire and Dark Magic Brave attack with 120% overflow, ignoring defense, which is always nice. The first HP attack is going to be applying Fire Resist Down, or Fire Imperil, however you want to call it, which allows the second hit to deal even more damage. It also grants him 5 stacks of a new special effect called Memories of Soul. So Memories of Soul, you start the quest off with 0 stacks, and then when you use the LD, you get 5, which is the max. This increases Vivi's attack by 40%, which is great because he already has some really, really strong buffs coming from his, base kit alone with his EX Plus and things like that. He also gets another Self-Fire enchant. I do wish this was a party enchant. That way Vivi maybe could have provided a little bit more utility, but it is what it is. He is a selfish damage dealer, which he does that role very, very well. And then what this also does is it also prevents any HP attack from killing him as long as he has at least 50% max HP. So if you think about it, this special effect means that if you build your party around Vivi, he cannot die as long as he has this active, which is really, really good. So pair him up with somebody that has a good HP regen. A character that I can think of right off the top of my head is Gladio. When we finally get him, he was announced. He was that secret character at the end of the slides for the Square Enix stream. He has a really good HP regen, which could definitely complement Vivi. So this could complement, this effect right here. And then afterwards, if Vivi is attacking the enemy's weakness, he is going to get an additional Brave Overflow of 20%. And then afterwards, if there's at least 1 stack of this Memories of Soul, he's going to trigger a follow-up attack called Embers of Darkness that consumes a stack, also consumes 15% of each of the party members' current HP. It also gives a Brave heal based on 70% of attack to Vivi, and then he delivers a 4-hit AoE Fire Dark Magic Brave attack, again ignoring defense. Also a group HP attack, dealing 100% AoE HP damage. That's something that I want to stress there, because later on we are going to be seeing some really, really bothersome, group enemies for Lufenia, so Vivi is great for that. His damage is going to be very consistent as far as that. He's also going to be Brave refunding himself based on 20% of the HP damage he deals. Obviously, just like with any other follow-up attack, this cannot initiate a chase, but on its own right, that is a very, very powerful follow-up attack. So as we can see right there, this definitely enhances Vivi's performance as that raw damage dealer, being able to deal massive amount of damage, this time 100%, coming both from the actual LD ability itself and the follow-up, which is very, very valuable. Right off the top of my head, I can think of one Lufenia that he's already going to be very, very good for is going to be Zandy's Lufenia. Now, do I think Vivi is a replacement for Zandy? Absolutely not. Zandy fulfills other things, and when we actually get closer to his event, I will be talking about that as well. But I think these two can work very well together. These two he can also work very well with a unit like Leon, for example, who applies Dark Imperil and also has all those different shenanigans with the Dark Element. Also somebody like Golbez, who also applies the Dark Imperil. Vivi could definitely work well with somebody like him. So with Vivi, if you plan on pulling for this character, you really need to structure your party around him. You want to structure your party around him because that LD ability does have a scary mechanic of draining your HP, but at the same time, if you build around it and you have a really strong HP regen, bring a really good summon. For example, Odin is a very, very complementary summon to that effect because of the way that Odin's Blessing works. You could also opt to use Alexander for the HP regen that he provides with his blessing, but you have to structure your party around Vivi because of the way that he functions as a damage dealer with his LD ability. Which brings me to the banner. So Vivi's LD weapon is going to be appearing alongside some really highly sought after LD weapons. I can think of Warrior of Light being one of them, Kurosame with his 30% HP damage increase, which is crazy. Gladio is another one. I feel like Gao should not be slept on either because Gao counters. Every time he counters, he gives you back, HP, keeps your party alive, and Gao is another character who could actually partner well with Vivi because, anytime Vivi's health starts to drop below that 50% range, well, Gao can keep him alive, so then that way you're going to benefit from the effect of his Memories of Soul. So Vivi is a very strong character. He is definitely Lufenia viable. However, as we could see, he's going to be appearing alongside some really strong LD weapons. We don't know what the details of the rest of his banner is going to be like. So I'm going to say for you guys that are planning on pulling for him, obviously there's a lot of hype and excitement. Tread lightly first, because if you already have plans for characters such as like Gladio, Kuja, for example, with his really strong LD as well, Kurosame, Warrior of Light, you may want to really take a look at your resources here. I know there's a lot of hype, but really, really ask yourself, do I need another powerful magic damage dealer who I have to build around, but he's extremely strong if I do centralize my team around him? If Vivi is that character for you, then go ahead, pull to your heart's content. I would definitely go tickets first if he's a favorite. Pity if you have to. I will say this, the advantages of pulling for him now is we have no idea when Global is going to be bringing him back. So as you can see, they announced that, this is kind of like the thing that they wanted to be doing moving forward, is releasing these global first LD weapons for characters that are generally benched, that you don't see used often. So we don't know what the frequency of when they're going to be doing that. So we have no idea really when this is going to come back. So if you pull for it now, at least you know that, hey, I have Vivi's LD weapon. I have a character ready for Lufenia. He's strong. He hits hard. Sure, I have to build around him, but hey, whatever, damage is going to be very necessary for Lufenia. So overall, strong banner. He is, in there with a bunch of other really, really strong banners. So just really take a look at your resources and really decide on what it is that you really need and if Vivi suits those needs. All right, guys. Well, that is going to be my video for Vivi's upcoming surprise global first LD weapon. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you again for watching. This is 40 the Broadway Saiyan signing out. Mahal, guys.